Hey everybody, it's Gypsy Spirit, and we are having coffee here today at the coffee shop. And I'm having to sit in the sun because the shaded area where they have tables are all taken. And so I had to come to the other side of the coffee shop and sit in the sun, which I don't normally mind that, but I hope it works okay with this video. Anyway, today we're going to talk about relationships because I've actually been doing a lot of tarot readings here lately for people. And I'm seeing and they're telling me, I mean, I'm just not seeing it in the cards, but they're coming out and telling me as well. It's like they're feeling like it's time for their relationship to end. Doesn't mean that they don't love the person that they've been with. It's just they're just feeling it, that it's time. It's time for it to be over with. And so I'm going to tell you a story. I told somebody earlier, and it was about a relationship that I was in. I dated a guy. We lived together for about 2.5 years, and it was great. You know, in the beginning of the relationship, oh my God, we laughed and laughed. And when it comes to seeing spirits or fairies or anything like that, I can see them, I can feel them, and I can see them in my mind. I can feel them more. But I've got friends that do what I do. You know, they're readers and spiritual healers, and they actually can see with their natural eye. So I lived with my boyfriend, and he had the coolest backyard. It was just magical. It was nothing, you know, he's an alcoholic. So, I mean, it was like I don't know, something you'd see at a hippie fest or something. I mean, he had it all decked out with music and everything, and there was a fire pit, and it was just magical. And I had so many friends. They would come over, and they just wanted to hang out because there was something magical about the backyard. And I could feel that there were fairies in this backyard. I could feel it. They were everywhere. And my boyfriend could see, just like some of my other friends, he could see fairies and entities with his natural eye. And he knew the fairies were there too. And I asked him one time, where do they congregate? Where do they hang out? And there was a little space underneath the deck, and he told me that's you know, like where they hung out mostly. But I had a friend one time come over, and we were hanging out in the backyard, and there was a little fountain that we had going around some flowers or something, and my friend said to me, she said, Lisa, you don't see those fairies? I was like, no, I can feel the fairies, but I don't see them. She said, they're all over that fountain. They are just having a ball. I couldn't see them with my natural eye. Another friend told me one time, we had solar lights in various places, and he said, there's a fairy around that solar light there. That's pretty cool. He said that fairy knows that I'm watching him or her, and so it's kind of hiding a little bit behind that solar light. But my friends could see. But there was something in the relationship that had died, and I knew it, but I was in denial too. And I will never forget, one day I stepped outside in the backyard, and it was like death. There was no magic. The fairies were gone. I mean, they were gone. There was nothing. It was like just a regular backyard. I mean, it was like ghost town. It was like stepping into a ghost town. And I knew that there was something wrong. I mean, I stayed in the relationship because I didn't want to leave it. I mean, the sex was really good, but I didn't want to get out of the relationship. And so I stuck it out for another year and a half, I guess, when I should have. I mean, that was my sign. my omen. And I talked the other day about signs and omens. You know, like, there are signs and omens around us all the time. And, you know, the heart wants what the heart wants. And a lot of times we don't listen. And if we don't listen to those signs and omens, it's going to eventually, it is going to bite us in our ass later. And like in regards to this relationship, oh yeah, it bit me in my ass, all right. But let me tell you, especially like with a few of the ladies that I've been working with this past week, and they've been in loving, the most beautiful, loving relationships for several years. I want to say like 4 and 5 years. And I mean, even one of the ladies, she started crying because she knows that she has to break up with this person. She knows it. And she said, I just love him so much and I don't want to hurt him. I know that he loves me, but I know that in order for me to grow and to do what I need to do in my life, we have to break up. And so, you know, a friend of mine told me a long time ago that not all relationships are meant to last forever. Relationships are, they're like lessons, you know. We come into relationships with people, and it's a part of our growth. They're there to help teach us lessons. And, you know, I just did a thing about past lives and reincarnation last week or week before. And, you know, I mean, we make contracts with all these people that we come into this life with. And a lot of those involve being in relationships. Relationships are there to help us grow. So if you're feeling, and we're coming up on a full moon right now, which, boy, I can feel that full moon. I sure made an ass out of myself yesterday. I went into a little hissy fit because I had to go to the DMV. I hate the DMV. I think that the devil owns the DMV. And I had to wait an hour and a half just to get my registration. You know, I mean, all they do is like type something in and voila, there you have a piece of paper. I had to wait an hour and a half for that. I was so mad. And there's, and I even got shitty with a lady, and they charged me $50 extra because I was late on getting my car, the registration, all that. I was like a month late. Like, what the fuck? $50? You're not even, what's that $50 going to? Probably into some politician's pocket, because I don't see them fixing the infrastructure problem here in Charleston. Anyway, that's a different story. So, yeah, I got off on a tangent with that. But, yeah, we're in a full moon we're getting ready to hit on a full moon. And so the full moon is like, getting rid of people, places, things that are not serving you, that are not working for you anymore. And it's hard. It is hard to break up in a relationship. But I will tell you that the one girl who I did a reading for, and she, you know, I mean, I could just see it. I saw it in the cards. It was like, you got to do this because there's so much growth for you. But this is like holding you down, this relationship. You can't grow. You've done all you can do in this relationship. You've grown as much as you can possibly grow in this relationship. And so, just out of curiosity, I got a different deck of cards and just pulled 3 cards just to see what would happen after she breaks up, or after she gets this out of this relationship. And oh my God, they were like the best cards ever. I think I've ever drawn for anybody. And I was like, if you wait, once you do this, the most amazing things are going to happen for you. Oh my gosh. She's even going to get into a whole new relationship with somebody else. And I mean, the Sun card was there, and I don't even remember what the first card was, but I mean, it was like, the High Priestess. So she had the High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Sun card. I mean, the three major cards. So I was like, you got to get out of this relationship. You got to figure it out, because so much good stuff is waiting for you. And so that's what I'm telling you. I mean, if you're seeing signs and omens, don't do what I did with the last relationship, where I was in denial and hung on and until it got, I'm going to tell you, it got really dirty in the end. When we finally did break up, oh, it was bad. It was really bad. I could have gone to jail. But you don't want to do that. Listen to the signs and the omens that are around you. If you're in a relationship and you feel like it's time to move on, listen to what your heart's telling you, what the signs and the omens that you're getting from the universe, because that's the universe telling you that there is something so much better, and you're defeating yourself if you continue to hang on. That's not a relationship. And I always tell people that when you get out of a relationship, you shouldn't jump into another relationship right away. And that's just not healthy for you. And it's not healthy for the other person either, because you got to heal. I mean, when we break up with somebody, or we end a long-term relationship we've been in, it's really hard. So we have to, get out of it and just spend some time to decompress and just heal and get ourselves better before we can, prepare ourselves for another relationship. But anyway, I hope this helps. If you have any questions or comments or anything, just let me know. Also, I am giving, I'm doing weekly readings. So you get a reading every week like this through video, but personalized for you. The first 2 weeks are free, and then after that it's $20 a month. If you're interested in doing that, let me know. I have all the information in the description box on how to do that. And if you like this video and you want to see more of my videos or have coffee, listen to my Coffee with Gypsy, hit the subscribe button, and you'll get a little notice every time I put something out. So anyway, I hope you guys have a really good day, and don't be shitty to others like I was yesterday at the DMV. And just remember, we're going into full moon, so stay out of the DMV during the time of the full moon, or any other place that drives you crazy, and just love on yourself and be kind to yourself, so that you can love on others and be kind to others as well. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.